So, my friends, we have started with the Mangala Charan. Do you remember this Mangala Charan when you wake up and you do the practice? Even it hardly takes a minute. No, when I wake up, I'm in anxiety. I have lot of challenges to face during the day, and that's why I forget. You know what is this? That is why it is taking some time. I will answer it. First, Mangalacharan. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karva Vahi Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvisha Vahi. Sahana Bhavatu. Let us both be blessed. Do you remember? The teacher and the student should be blessed. So here the teacher is a guru, and guru means simply the knowledge. Knowledge means, are you self-aware? Are you aware? If you are not aware, then you miss the practice. You have been attending the session regularly, but you lack awareness. Finished. That is why it is taking a long time. Sahano Bhinaktu, teacher should teach with energy, and the student also learn with tremendous energy. When I wake up in the morning and I feel this, oh, I'm going for a journey of the self-discovery today. Do you have that? You may write anything, you may understand anything from this Eastern wisdom. But if you forget Mangalacharan, it is gone. Then we start asking philosophical questions. It does not make any difference. Now you all are seekers, so I'm just telling you. So answer yourself, did you practice japa? Maybe 2 or 3 times you remember, 5 times you remember. Did you do it? No, I was extremely busy. I have a headache and I have a lot of pain. They are all objective realities. Real self is subjective realities. Simple answer. Simple. So now intellect says, I understood it, but I lack awareness. So your understanding is not there. You lose awareness. Are you getting it? Perhaps you are getting it. Even if you are not, then you have to think. That is why the master says you have to contemplate and reflect. Did you do the japa before sleeping, when you wake up in the morning, when you are going for a drive, or when you remember? No, my most important job is to look at the shares in the stocks. That is object. And when you are obsessed with an object, that is the impurity of the mind. And this impurity of the mind will create many impressions. And then you will say, okay, I forgot, let me join again. How many times you are going to join? We are seekers. That's why I'm talking. Are you applying these principles in your daily life with an intention to evolve? Not with an intention that, oh, now I am a teacher, I'm a boss. Listen to me. Did I become the boss anytime? Do it, very good. Don't do it, very good. You might have understood what topic I'm going to take. Only when the mind is pure, then only. What is the meaning of the mind is impure? The mind is not running after any objective reality, and running after the objective reality, I lack awareness of the real self. Oh, should I not work? Should I not talk to honey? Who says don't talk to your honey? When you wake up in your morning, do you say that, I'm still in my home and I woke up and now? No, you don't say. You are simply aware. The same way you are aware of the real self in the journey. If you are not, your IQ may be at the highest level. You may claim you have understood, but you will not. Intellect is definitely required. The free will, intellect, self-awareness, they all are required. But on the top of it, do you see what is required? Can you see? In order to see that is required, regular attendance, regular session, listening and learning, contemplation and reflection are required, followed by the practice. If you don't do it, you are missing something. So we have been understanding the 5 group of practices. First group, pranayama. Second is the pratyahara, withdrawal of the senses, or I can say the practice of dhamma, if you remember. The third is the discernment. Yeah, we have to refine the intellect. Discernment gives rise to 4 types of intellect, 4 powers of intellect, and 5 level of realization. And if that realization is not there, you will definitely forget. You may claim you are extremely intelligent, it does not make any sense. We need a common sense. We don't need IQ. So in the fourth one is the japa. So we are just trying that. Is it possible? Why I'm not able to realize the real self you have been telling us? We are trying to understand that part. Why? I should have realized until now. Huh? We are going deeper into that question. And the 5th one is the meditation. So before, meditation removes the entire ignorance and it helps you to reflect, to see the real self. Dreaming. Example, dreaming objects. So what are the dreaming objects? A second body, not the body that is lying on the bed. A second body has gone to the White House, for example. Someone is driving you to the White House, second object. One stop inside and people paying respect to you. You think now you are the President of United States. Why I said so? Pay attention. So can you drop one part of the dream on one day and the second part of the dream on the second day? No, I was, someone was driving me to White House. So now you drop this today, and then the second part, you drop the second day. That is how the intellect works. So through the intellectual understanding, you have a level of self-awareness that when you wake up and the dream is gone, the dreaming objects are gone. All the dreaming objects are gone. How that comes? By regular contemplation and reflection, by regular practice. Did you understand? So we drop everything of the dream and the dreamer and the dreaming state. why I gave you this example. I told you, you are the real self. Drop all the wrong notions in one day, by one go. Finished. You are real self. Finished. From the next week, all the sessions, no need of any session. Are you getting it? Why it is not happening? We are answering, we are looking into this. Why I'm discussing this? My master left the body in 2012, but he said, he used to tell everyone, all of our students, when I will leave the body, you will have a good picture of mine picture on the wall, and you will say namaste, and at present you are not doing namaste when I'm alive. You do the real namaste that I am not, you know the real self. When I will leave the body, you will talk about me. You will keep a picture of mine. But what I will not do? I will not do contemplation and reflection and practice. Then Master said, whether I exist or not, you have to continue contemplation and reflection on the real self and on the false I all the time. Well, Stephen and Sam, they were a part of writing a book. It was my contemplation and reflection. I listened to the Master's advice that, I have to continue the journey. How? Let us write a book. Then Brandy has written, then Dennis has edited all the books, published it. Then Jerry Daughter has started the beginning. So did I want to publish? No, I'm not interested. I'm just interested in continuing the journey to live into that self-awareness all the time. This is one approach, one book. This is second approach. Second book, this is third approach. David was asking yesterday what you are going to do on Sunday after. I will stand. I'll write something. That continuity one day will equal to, are you getting it? I'm giving a reference. That continuity one day will equal to you wake up, the entire dreaming state has resolved. So continuing one day, what is going to happen? All the wrong notions are gone. You wake up in the morning and you are awakened. Did you understand that one? David, now you can see Dennis' face. I complained to him. He said, no, I'm not opening the light. It is not because of the background. You see, we both had a wrong notion. You see, so did you understand that waking up is equal to? For that, we don't need IQ. We are coming very, very close. So I never left, Master says, never left that contemplation and reflection. Every day, in any situation, in every situation. Our intellect says, I'm going to drop one wrong notion today, second wrong notion tomorrow, third wrong notion day after tomorrow. Okay, you will leave one part of the dream today, second part of the dream tomorrow, third part of the dream day after tomorrow. Is it possible? You wake up, the dream is gone. Dreamer is gone. Objects of the dream are gone. How that state comes? By regular contemplation and reflection, not on a single day. Otherwise, the intellect will drop a false eye. Ego, oh no, I know, I understand it. So you understand, but you are still suffering. You are still suffering. So the master says why it is important, not only the discernment, but what is important? That continuity, because now I recognize that there are still some changes to take place in the mind so that real self can be reflected. Now think of it. Think other way. My master used to talk in a personal level. Say you have not done the contemplation today. Is it harmful or beneficial? See the other part of the question. You are doing a contemplation and reflection, even being engaged in your personal, professional, social duties. Is there any harm? There is no harm, but still I'm not doing it. So I'm coming to the climax of this question. That is my understanding, and also the understanding of a couple of great masters. So I'm just repeating. When Buddha was awakened and he started, well, from the next day he started teaching, and people stoned him, insulted him, at least for about a year. That is what the story tells. Awakening has there, I'm speaking, but I'm not able to build a rapport with the external world. I say body is false, but I'm not able to build a rapport with the body and the mind and the words and the thoughts and the situation and the condition in my personal professional life. Buddha was stoned. He learnt after a year how to communicate. Awakening does not mean that you get all the powers, you become the world's best speaker. Awakening is different than this. Awakening is a state. This is objective reality when I'm communicating to you. We are going deeper. You all are seekers. I have been repeating it. I'm inspiring you, motivating you. I'm already motivated. That's why I have a lot of problems. So, so then, so we wake up in the morning. Can I give you subtle ideas? When you wake up in the morning, do you recognize that you are not a waker? No, I don't remember. Even I don't think of it. And that causes that continues the ignorance. That continues the ignorance at all. So you know you are not a waker. We have already covered that in detail in the last Saturday's session. I'm a waker, I'm a dreamer, I'm a sleeper. You dream, you wake up. Realize that you are not a waker. No, but okay, but how it helps me? These are metaphors. How it helps me? I take my example, how it helps me. Oh, the teacher is a role. I'm the real self. These students have a role. They all are real self. that remembrance is there. No one is my student. Everyone is the real self. How do you say, tell me, where is the clay pot in the clay? We all are clay pot. Aurobindo says, or one of the greatest master, very, it looks very complex. He talks at the supra-intellectual level. If you get the meaning of this supra-intellectual level. Modern psychology doesn't use this word. So, where I'm not a waker, I'm not a dreamer. Yes. So, teacher is a label, student, seeker is a label. Behind that, oh, the clay pot is a label. Clay pot is a name in the form. Everything is clay, everything is real. That is supra-intellectual thinking. Or you can simply say contemplation and reflection. You're earning money. Yes, you must earn money. How can we survive? We are not animals, Animals does not need to earn wealth for basic needs. Tell me if any animal runs. Well, you see the very subtle points of contemplation and reflection. So we need to make an effort. So when I make an effort in a right direction, there will definitely be a reward. I should not be dishonest to myself. There will definitely be a reward in one way or the other way, sooner or later. But I remove the money is for pleasure. I'm making an effort in this direction, in this profession for need-based desires. So you have you have peeled the outer layer of the wrong notion. Are you getting it? That is how the intellect has to be used. When you don't use the intellect in this way, you may claim that you have a greater understanding. Intellectual understanding is there, then it's okay. You have intellectual understanding. It's okay. You can continue, you can talk, you can discuss. What we are talking about is the realization. Realization. I realize I'm the real self. I hope by these examples in the metaphor you understand. We are using that metaphor, teacher and a human being. These are two different things. You cannot find a teacher here, but you can find a human being. You cannot find the wife in any girl. You cannot find the husband in any girl. It's a label. It's a matter of clay pot. You cannot find the clay pot. It is all clay. You cannot find the waker, dreamer, and sleeper. This is the common sense we need to apply. Oh. Think. So we say continuity. Now, did you understand the subtler level of ignorance? You do not remove the one part of a dream that you have seen today, second part tomorrow, third part. No! You wake up, the dream is gone. You have already understood the false eye. The false eye is gone. Are you real self? So we have to see that there are some gray areas of that false notion still exist. I am trying to drop wrong notion. I'm trying to drop one part of the dream, one part of the ignorance, one part of the wrong notion every day. We have to educate the intellect, and that is why listening and learning is required. We have to educate the intellect. We have already educated the intellect since our birth how to perceive the objective reality. It is done. But here we are doing it with discernment. I have emphasized again and again self-inquiry with discernment, spatial self-research. Normal research, just set up a protocol in any areas of research in the science. You set up a protocol, you have variables and invariable, and just you collect the data through observation of the sense organs and then you apply your mind, you apply some standard logic, already softwares are there, you put all this data and you get the result. It is not like this. Self-discovery is not like this. So where I am in this session, where I am targeting the arrow, now you see that confuses you. I'm targeting the arrow to what meditation is by these examples. What exactly? I should know the entire process. I'm maintaining my awareness while doing any meditation practice. I respect all the traditions. I'm saying on behalf of you. So now you know the entire process. One is guiding one meditation, you know it, and you enjoy that. That is the journey. So that is why now you see that is why I ask in every session, did you practice japa? How many times? How many times you forget? How many times you were in anxiety, reaction, and anger and hesitation? Did you listen and learn? Did you contemplate and reflect? So you will, why we are talking in this way, so that you will recall how many times I missed this and I was in stress. I had some pressure, I had some level of duality or a conflict, and that is the area of your ignorance. In order to get rid of it, that is why we discussed, you already know it, righteous intellect is the first type of intellect, which is known as the dharma intellect. So it means your intellect awakens to the righteous intellect. It communicates to the world outside through the righteous intellect. It communicates with the dispassion intellect. How dispassion intellect? You are talking to your honey. Internally, you are aware. She is a he. It is he or she. Label is honey, label is husband or a wife. What happens? It gives you a tremendous freedom. What kind of a freedom? Freedom from ignorance. Freedom from the impurity of the mind. Dispassion intellect. And then we have what is the love intellect? Because you have a righteous intellect, because you have a dispassion intellect, the attachment is not there, emotional dependence is not there, emotional freedom is there. So through your intellect, now you can be aware of the love intellect. So when you have all the three, the real self-intellect. What is the real self-intellect? I'm the real self. When you wake up in the morning, you don't say I'm awake or I'm the real self. Why? I was present in the dreamer. I was present in the sleeper. I'm present here. This waker will come next day again. Dreamer will repeat itself. Sleeper will repeat itself. So then the master says, what happens to your intellect? You have a power of faith. Huh? We discussed about you have a power of faith, you have a power of decision. In Sanskrit, it is known as sankalpa. What is that decision? Instantly you recognize. Your mind says, no, I woke up early. Waker is objective reality. Sankalpa, power to hold on to the mind. You continue that state, that I'm not a waker. We'll understand in the Saturday's session in detail. And power to regulate. That power to regulate is the meditation practice. It is in Sanskrit is known as samyam, sanyam or samyam. Patanjali says the pre-meditation practice, meditation practice, and the highest meditation practice, all the three stages are known as sanyam. Think, my friend. My friends, we have to contemplate and reflect until the mind says yes, according to my master says, never leave contemplation and reflection. What is the harm not leaving it? So every time you don't leave it, you know how to respond to the external world, and your awakening is one thing. But every time there is a new situation in life. So because you continue the journey, your intellect is refined. You have a different expressions. You know how to respond to a situation outside. Why? I know I'm the real self and I'm the otherwise. Otherwise, you can compare, You can compare the human intellect and with animals. Let us have some comparison so that things becomes clear. Humans' intellect can engage in abstract reasoning, hypothetical thinking, and complex problem solving, no doubt. Animals, pre-programmed. Because they are pre-programmed by the nature, that is why animals do not have any hospital or office to earn money to feed themselves. They are programmed by the nature. Tiger sitting on a tree looks at the deer, programmed. That is my prey. That is my food. We don't have that instinct. Or we have that instinct, but intellect comes in between. What is that intellect? The free will. So I can regulate these four instincts as a human being. Animals are primarily driven by the instincts, and that is the lower consciousness that causes a lot of ignorance. Then we also talk in terms of, you can say, self-awareness, highly developed sense of the self, ability to contemplate that I am not the body, I am not the mind. Animals do not have that ability. Why? Because they are programmed by the nature. 99% of the time, we act like animals. I am the body. I can tell you, you think of it, analyze, observe. So what the master is saying, no, don't fall trap of this nature. So we are trying to understand. So I thought better to bring you some reflection on how the intellect should work. It is the intellect, the righteous intellect, When it is awakened in the morning, you wake up and it says, okay, I'm a waker, yes, I have challenges, yes, but I'm still the real self. In a waking state, I always solve the problem, and the sleeper doesn't solve any problem, the dreamer doesn't solve any problem. So it means there are no three eyes, there is only one eye. And that results into changing the mindset. Changing the mindset means I'm purifying the mind. Close your eyes. Eyes are closed place of the body. You are seekers of awareness all around. What is all around your body is the space. So you give some liberty to the intellect, at least expand yourself, become aware of the space before you become aware of the body and being comfortable. So the space is also an object and body is also an object. And now you are comfortable, you are also carefree. And I gave the reference point, instant awareness of the space inside your forehead. On that space, the thoughts, feeling, emotions are falling and rising and falling, coming and going. Let it come and go. I'm simply saying, even you think from the intellect, they are the objects. I have to do nothing with it. What I have to do? I have to do nothing with it. And then we have a Mangala Charan Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. May there be happiness for all. Can you reflect and contemplate? I have explained every part of the verse, maybe more than 50 different ways. Pick up any one that you remember, you will understand what is happening. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. The meaning is, may there be peace for all. Pick up any explanation that I gave to you. Why it is not happening? It is not happening because of lack of contemplation and reflection. The lack of contemplation, reflection. So the mind will stuck here in meditation. That is why everyone shares the experiences in the same meditation vary from person to person. Sarvesham, Sarvesham, Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham, Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham, Purnam Bhavatu. Let there be completeness in all, wholeness in all. It is for you to contemplate and reflect. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Means may there be auspiciousness for all. Is the mind in a hurry, distracted? Thoughts, feeling, and emotions are seen separate. Meditation, how can you practice the meditation unconsciously, habitually, instinctively? Every day is different, every situation, every state of the state of the mind is different every day. And that is why we discussed that briefly. And now check. Here in the state of sensation, relaxation, and stillness. And let us move to the one more time. You just look. We discussed about some horizontal movement. We are going to talk about it. Where is horizontal movement? You are aware of the world outside. Then you are aware of the body, aware of the breath. Oh, horizontally aware move. Aware of the mind, emotions, and thoughts. Aware of the intellect and the I thought. Beyond that, simply the dark. Is it of ignorance? Yes, because I don't see anything. I enter into a dark room. But still, the dark space or the emptiness makes me more aware. And that is where the vertical movement begins. Very good. Now, let us start with look inside the forehead in the space, drop Om Shanti gently, stillness in the body, and let us start breathing into the belly. You inhale longer, hissing sound. You inhale into the belly, exhale from the belly. You see the movement of the belly. Otherwise, the stillness in the body. Om Shanti. Continue to drop it. Continue. So we mixed up the pranayama and the pratyahara together. You are breathing longer in the hissing breath into the belly. Every time you inhale, the belly expands like a balloon. And every time you exhale, the belly contracts. It squeezes inside with Om Shanti happening deeper into the forehead in the space. When you do the multitasking, it also helps you to absorb your mind. Continue, my friends. Any resistance, I told you, any resistance, you have to endure it. So, who is going to endure it? The righteous intellect. And once you are dispassionate about the way you are breathing, so dispassionate intellect has taken over. And that is what the joy of doing it. You enjoy doing it. It is because of the dispassionate intellect, nothing less, nothing more. You are still doing the same breathing. One day you were having a difficulty, and today you enjoy. Not because of not because of the practice, but because of the Here, breathing, dropping Om Shanti in the stillness in the body. Now leave this step. Just keep watching how your breath returns to the normal breathing pattern. What I mean, paying attention to the flow of the breath. And you already know if you have any less flow of the breath from one nostril, you pay more attention. But fact is that mind makes you aware of the flow of the breath from both the nostrils. And continue. Let us see that is the mind capable to continue to have awareness of the flow of the breath, which is a passive state, a state of passivity, higher knowledge, state of activity, higher rajasic guna. You are aware of the flow of the breath, and obviously other experiences are there, calmness and relaxation and peace and the joy is always there. Now looking at another horizontal movement. Be very clear about it. I will definitely discuss about it. Outside, we have a sensation on the skin of the body. First, relaxation. Because of that sensation, I experience the relaxation. And simple definition of relaxation, the mind looking within, it will cause you relaxation. And because the mind is moving within, looking within, there is a stillness. Mind, body is a servant of the mind. So now body is still. So we can also figure out, oh, mind can also be still. In the beginning, now deeper than the stillness is the state of the calmness. Look inside and explore the sensation inside the body, not outside on the skin. So any sensation, more or less, a signature of state of calmness. Oh, so I become aware of those sensations, and there the mind is going, and that sensation has some element of the past impressions? Yes, we will talk about. And beyond that sensation, there is another horizontal movement, is the space or a sense of quietness. Stillness means the thought, feeling, emotions, past impressions are very near to you. Calmness, they are far from you. quietness, they are too far to disturb you. You have to recognize it clearly to settle in meditation all the time. Now go back to the semi passive step. Start breathing deep, silent, slow. Moving the mind from the crown of the head to the tailbone, singing mentally, Shanti, because it takes time to move the mind from the crown of the head to the tailbone, center of the head to the tailbone. So you're singing also Shanti mentally without moving the lips and the tongue, and while exhaling, moving the mind the from the tailbone to the spine. Mind rises up, reaches to the top center of the head, singing Shanti. This is what I have included into the second stage where some form of active practices is present. First stage is totally passive. We can say we lay a strong foundation and now we'll move to the third stage, passive but very subtle active. You're dropping Om Shanti on the 16 segments, keeping all the senses within the mind. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, or Om Shanti, whatever the way, depending on the very nature and the state of the mind that is present at this moment. Sometimes we have more energy. So what happens? Your emphasis, Om Shanti. So you don't move to the second segment without experiencing the vibes and the sensation. People call it Reiki or so-called what is the pranic healing. But we are not going out with the pranic healing and Reiki. We are just want to get absorbed in meditation anytime, anywhere, whenever we want. So we have to take the help of the pranas. And now leave the smooth mind inside the heart. Visualize the triangle of any color. We are using the way the mind perceives. That's why I said any color moving the mind on each side of a triangle, dropping Om Shanti to discover is the mind sinking with a clockwise and anti-clockwise movement. If it is sinking, push the mind with the singing Om deep inside the cave of your heart, and you are aware. You see, it is the dispassion intellect will recognize it. Your mind seemingly stops. You say Shanti and no more activity. Absorbed. Stay there. Nothing to say, and your mind may not also be interested in listening anything. You're already absorbed deeper within with a clarity, with a sense of heightened awareness. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand, your awareness on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside the palms, know your experiences. Bring the hands down. How are you, Dennis?
Thank you, I'm fine, and my meditation was very calm and peaceful. and the awareness of the breath in the middle was continuous and uninterrupted. And at the end there was like nothing.
Nothing.
At the same time, there was awareness that something exists, but I was not engaged in that something. That something was completely separate and somewhere else.
Beautiful. You see that your mind lost that objectivity. And what is mindfulness? Objectless state of the mind. So when there is an object, mind or the intellect or the ego says, "Here I see you." That is beautiful. Beautiful. How are you, David and Jerry?
Thank you. Yeah, I really enjoyed the lesson. There was a crescendo at the end that I'll need to listen to, that you said something about the waking state and the sleep state is different than, the sleep state and the dream state is different from the awakening state, and the awakening state is our true self. So I want to re-listen to that. During the meditation, I just had this thought that you said, awareness without intellect is, I can't remember what you said, but I sort of turned it around and said, awareness without intellect is lacking discernment. So I was trying to be a dentist and put it into a mathematical formula after that for a while. But that was what was pondering in my mind through the meditation. That was extremely deep. I felt my eyes just kind of flipping back into my head.
Beautiful. Beautiful, David. You see that discernment. Everywhere there is a chance and opportunity for discernment. I see the wall. So now what is discernment? The space is outside and inside the wall. The existence of the wall depends on the space. You can have discernment anywhere, anytime. We look at our sun. So sun is a label. Behind that sun there is a human being. And behind that human being there is a body-mind complex. Behind the body-mind complex there is a real self. It is like a metaphor of a clay pot in the clay. Can you show me where is the clay pot in a clay? Everywhere there is a clay. Did I talk about the first eye, second eye, third eye? Okay, I will talk about it in our next session. That will be made clear. Thank you, David. How are you, Jerry?
Thank you, sir. I'm good. There was a lot of activity with the mind contemplating, reflecting, until we got to the triangle, and then that subjective reality, everything horizontal changed and just disappeared. So I was absorbed, but it took a while. The mind was busy.
Yeah. Let the mind also be busy, but not disturbing me. It remains separate. So that is why we are understanding and learning the horizontal movement. The horizontal movement of the mind minimizes the interference of the objective world. And that is what we need to understand it clearly. Yeah, that's a beautiful. How are you, Christina?
Thank you. I noticed the horizontal movement. I think I was thinking of it as going within the body. So the clarification of it's not within the body over the past couple of sessions has created a larger sense of openness and freedom from thoughts.
Yes, you're right. That brings the freedom. But one should understand, and this couple of days we all can contemplate. What we can contemplate, that the 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 energy body, the body, physical body is within the energy body. Physical and the energy body is within the mind. It is not the opposite. We normally say the mind is within my physical body. No. And then physical body, energy, mind is inside the intellect and the false eye. And inside the ignorance, all these are. So when we drop the ignorance, we have a wisdom. How are you, Vaibhav?
So practice was calm, was quiet.
Practice was quiet and calm. Very good. How are you, Samir?
Sir, practice was very good. It was very calm. And sir, as you mentioned about japa, so my mind keeps on telling me to for japa. When I'm free, when I'm talking to someone, or when after the talk is complete and I'm free, then my mind repeats on its own that now I should go for japa.
Beautiful.
So it keeps on repeating many times a day for japa.
Beautiful.
So 10-15 times I do japa. Whenever I get, when I'm talking to someone, then I'm talking to someone.
Yeah.
And when after the talk is complete, then I start doing japa.
Yes.
Then at the shop also. And
yeah, shop also.
आजकल तो सर थोड़ा सा गर्मियां है ना तो मार्केट लेट बंद होती है थोड़ी 8:30-9 बज जाते हैं बंद होने
हाँ पर सुनते तो हो रेगुलर
टाइम चेंज हो जाता है हाँ जी
सुनते हो रेगुलर
हाँ जी सर हाँ जी सारा स्पीकर तो बिल्कुल ही लगा के रखता हूँ और बहुत गाड़ी चलाते वक्त आते वक्त ब्लूटूथ होता है सुनता जाता हूँ सुनता आता हूँ
वेरी गुड
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बहुत ही उससे कर रहा हूँ सर बिल्कुल दिल से कर रहा हूँ
yes.
तो थोड़ा सा मार्केट बंद 8 बजे होती है ना सर ग्राहक माल छोड़ जाता है तो थोड़ा पैक कराना पड़ता है
What he is saying, he has a business and he has a big shop, wholesale dressing material. So during the summer, the shop closes late. That's why he is not attending this session live. Otherwise, he is constantly listening to these sessions regularly. But what is most beautiful that you are doing the japa 10-15 times. It means 15 times I become aware. Oh, this is what I have to do. And one day what will happen, as he was saying that when I have to talk to a client or a customer, then I leave the japa and after that again I start. Very good. So let the time come. If you continue to do it for a couple of weeks, that japa will automatically start in your mind, even if you are talking to someone, even if you are doing something, some activity. And that would be a greater and a higher state. Yes, we are moving together there. How are you, Terry?
Meditation. At first, I had with the slow breathing.
Yeah.
Tingling sensation.
Good.
Like I was falling or contracting.
Very good.
It was kind of exhilarating. Then at the end, I had the sensation again that I was inside the triangle.
Yeah.
And I pushed it, saw a circular in this space.
Yeah.
A circular horizon, not physically, but like for the horizon.
Yeah. I could say,
26.
yeah, the horizon obviously also is equated to some kind of emptiness. We are losing the objective reality. That is also a good thing. And you feel the tingling sensation. You do the practice couple of times. More the tingling sensation means that every nerve and the muscles you are aware of it. And you heighten the level of awareness, who knows, we can solve the problem. But it definitely will influence your brain also in a very positive way.
Thank you.
How are you, Ashok, sir?
Sir, namaskar. Sir, good, peace and calm,
Peace.
and nothing to say. Thank you so much.
Well, you have already shared that you are peace and calm. That is all for today. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.